Greetings and salutations, distinguished gamers. This is Five of Clubs, and boy has it been a while. Work has been pretty wild lately, gorging gluttonously on most of my free time, but I've managed to eke out some free time now, so let's not dawdle. A while back I did a playthrough of Townsfolk Tussle on the channel, a 2 to 5 player cooperative cartoon boss battling game, which tasks a team of Townsfolk Toon heroes with protecting their Eureka Springs home from an invasion of nasty ruffian villains. It's a great game for when you want to scratch that boss battling itch without committing to a long 20+ session campaign, and suffice it to say, I'm itching like crazy, especially with the upcoming Townsfolk Tussle Kickstarter starting on March 14th. Along with an updated reprint of the core game, Panic Roll promises a spread of new bosses, new heroes, new gear, and some completely new ways to play this battling game with its 2 upcoming expansions. And, as of this morning, it appears they've released the playable demo for one of these expansions on Tabletop Simulator for all to enjoy. This demo shows a sample spread of the content that will come with the final game, but I should note that it's only a demo and there are portions of play that will be in the final product which are absent here. For a proper breakdown of the contents plans for these expansions, be sure to check out the Kickstarter page on March 14th. Also, Bra Mithra of Kingdom Death Monster fame did some excellent coverage for this expansion sampler, so I'll link his videos below in the description. Without further ado, let's dive on in after a brief gameplay overview. Townsfolk Tussle is played across a series of alternating phases, starting with the town phase. In the town phase, Townsfolk will resolve randomized town events, gain special feats of metal gold cards, and will have the opportunity to acquire new gear cards from the peddler's shop. After the town phase is complete, the townsfolk will head out to face a randomly selected ruffian foe. After the ruffian is defeated, the heroes will return to the town for another town phase, and will ultimately face a new ruffian thereafter. Naturally, the next ruffian will be a bit tougher, but so will the townsfolk due to their new gear acquisitions. This cycle repeats until the 4th ruffian is defeated in the final fight, a special variant of the ruffian's showdown with unique objectives and rewards. If the townsfolk manage to take down all 4 ruffians, they win. Inversely, if a ruffian manages to take out all the townsfolk lose. There is one caveat to that 4 battle structure introduced in one of these expansions. Indeed, the developers added an abbreviated campaign that lasts only 3 battles, but I just can't bring myself to cut one of these new baddies out of the lineup, so we're not going to be doing that in our playthrough. I'll cover the other relevant bits and bobs as they occur during gameplay, so let's jump on into this exciting new expansion. And here we are back in the saddle of Tabletop Simulator. My gosh, it's been a while. I guess we'll see if I still know what to do. Alright, well let's kick things off. We have a 4 townsfolk playthrough today. We are trying out the 2 new townsfolk. Miss Judy Marks, the scarred artist here. She's got a pretty interesting sort of mechanic going with her. She is an artist, as you can see, and she actually hands out painting gear cards that give special little benefits there, and she gets benefits for handing them out. So that's the idea for Judy Marks. Very cool idea here. Frigette Jones as well. She is a smuggler of townsfolk. You can see she is taking them, I think that's Sprinkle Falls back there. She's taking them over to the bright and sunny skies of Eureka Springs. So doing good work there. She has the ability to put townsfolk inside of herself. You can see that referenced here in the image as well. And she gets benefits for doing so. For instance, she could heal townsfolk in there. They could put this ice pack on their injuries. And we have a swinging door that actually does extra damage if someone is hidden inside her. So interesting idea there. Really like it. I think it's cool because she can possibly, you know, if people have maybe low movement or something, she can kind of help move them around the board, or use some shenanigans to do that, and removing them from the board might affect different targeting things as well. So very awesome stuff. Frigette Jones, really cool. All right, we also have the Blopsy Twins. These 2 characters are returning from the core set. In my playthrough on the channel before, I didn't get a chance to play the Blopsy Twins, so I thought, you know what? Why not give it a shot right now? So there they are. They are a set of conjoined twins here. I think they have a relation to King and Queen, but I'm not quite sure if they do. Or I think they're from the same land, Bifomia or something like that. They have the ability to lower some of their stats to actually reveal the next card of the AI deck and put it on top or bottom, which I think is cool. Deck manipulation is always fun. And they also can buff someone if she's adjacent to a townsfolk. They get +1 damage on the first attack each turn. And this crystal ball lets them just discard an action card that was drawn if you don't like it. So you can discard this card to skip a really bad AI. Very good. All right. And Norman Fishboy as well, with his lanky arms and the fish Loving him so dearly. He's got his fishy cap. He has lengthy limbs, getting +2 range to all melee weapons, including his two-handed spear with range of 2, effectively making him a range 4 character right now. And when he hits the ruffian, he may pull the ruffian up to 2 squares toward himself, should he wish. So, very, very cool. All right, well, let's get started with the town phase. We are going to start by drawing up to 3 feats of metal. These are optional battle goals that you can complete during the fight to earn points, coins, and other benefits here. So, let's get 3 for a character here. Gosh, I wish I was a little bit faster at drawing these. I apologize, everybody. 2 and 3 and 3 and 3. And you can see as well, we start with 10 coins to kick things off for the very first town phase. So here we go. Let's flip those. Let's take a look at our goals here. Judy Marks. Wealthiest townsfolk. Pay 7 coins at any time to achieve this feat. For achieving it, she can gain 1 coin or +1 movement for the fight. Woo, that's pretty hefty price. I'm not sure I'm going to want to do that. At least not at the beginning, where we need these coins to buy some gear. No distractions. Complete a fight without going into or interacting with a terrain piece, okay? So that's possible. We might be able to do that depending on the fight. If it's a fight where they're constantly putting water around the board or putting you in water, it might be tough, but we'll have to see. And then Bloody. Finish the fight with 1 HP remaining. Fascinating. Now, I think that's potentially possible. She actually only has 3 health points, so by taking 2 damage, which is pretty common in this game, she could possibly get to that bloody status right there. So 5 coins for doing that. And these points here, I should explain, the points, as you complete these, you gain a number of points on the card, and then basically right before the final fight, whoever has the most points is going to become the new town sheriff and get some bonuses for that. So that's the idea. All right, over here with our Frigette character, we have multitask her. Activate a terrain piece and attack the ruffian on the same turn. Possible. She actually has 5 movement, I guess because of her little rolly wheels down here. Maybe she's extra mobile. That's certainly potentially doable. Budget Chopper. Obtain a piece of gear worth 4 coins or less. Also potentially doable. Unshakable. If your movement, mocks, or accuracy are lowered by ruffian action, achieve this feat. Okay. I guess that's up to the luck of the ruffian if we get to achieve that. Fascinating. All right, Blopsy Twins. We have Armored. Obtain a head, chest, or leg gear. We don't have any of those yet, so maybe we'll find something in the market that can fit that. Cherished. If you are healed by another townsfolk, achieve this feat. So, for instance, if maybe Frigette puts them in the fridge and then uses her ice pack on them, we could complete this goal here. That's an idea. Good company. If another townsfolk achieves 2 or more feats this round, achieve this feat. Okay, great. So if someone else is doing a great job, then you'd be able to do a good job too. How about that? Norman Fishboy can bite the bullet if you're involved in a tie for targeting and you are the chosen target. Achieve this feat. Okay, we could probably make that happen with some spacing shenanigans, I suppose. So like if we get tied for the closest townsfolk, maybe then we could complete this feat. There's something that's pretty easy. Nurse, restore 1 or more HP to another townsfolk. We can't do that by ourselves, but maybe a piece of gear might let us do that. Who knows? Bad break. Take damage to the ruffian action when the target is none or it targets multiple townsfolk. Okay? Well, if something targets all townsfolk and deals damage or all townsfolk within a certain range, we might be able to make that happen. So, got some pretty achievable goals, I must say. Sometimes the luck is that you get kind of a spread and maybe it's not so good for your character to have that spread, but I think we have some pretty good options here. Okay, next up, we get to resolve town events. So we'll shuffle this deck, and we will give out 1 per character. And the reason that we're going from left to right is because we are listed that way in the buy-in order. So Judy, Frigette, Blopsy, and then Norman. And then in the beating order, so when the fight begins, then it inverts. So Norman goes, then Blopsy will have to go from left to right, weird as that is. Okay, all right, Miss Judy, what's your town event? This is a secret town event. Because we are in a 1-player game, I can't really keep a secret from myself. So we're going to the next one. Wilbur needs weapons. You find a small elderly man cowering in a corner. Hey, pal, lend Grandpa a weapon, will ya? You may help Wilbur by discarding a weapon. Well, I only have 1, and it's the one that really cooperates with my, my whole mechanic here. So, I don't think I want to give him a weapon. If you do, roll. Nope, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Sorry, Wilbur. Maybe check the peddler shop, you know. I think I need that paintbrush. We're going to keep that for right now. Town event over here, shameless theft. Compared to the others, you get the feeling you're unprepared for the battle to come. You've got an idea. You must do one of the following. Steal up to 3 coins from another townsfolk, or steal 1 piece of non-starting gear from another townsfolk. Well, no one has non-starting gear, so she could take up to 3 coins. Oh, boy. They already have 3 items. Maybe she'll take them from the Blopsy twins. Probably not a good idea to steal from Mystic characters. He might be able to tell that it was her. But maybe they just took it out of the tip jar, you know. Maybe they'll be none the wiser. Who knows? Shameless theft. I mean, I feel a little ashamed, you know. Well, but Frigette, she's got a lot of good karma with smuggling out those tunes. So I feel like that's a little out of character for her, but that's okay. Blopsy twins, bump and run. You collide with a fleeing townsfolk, causing both of you to fall and drop some gear. The other townsfolk frantically grabs their goods and runs, leaving you to pick up the rest. What an oaf! Wait a minute, this isn't yours. Where'd your weapon go? Discard one of your weapons at random. Receive the first weapon from the peddler deck with a mox cost equal to or lower than your current mox. Skip any weapon that cannot deal damage. Okay, so there's only one... Let's see. Dagger. Dagger is a weapon type. So we dropped our traveler's shiv, and the other guy took it, and now we have to pick up someone from the peddler's deck. Okay, well, let's give this a shuffle. Let's see what we got. Nope, that's not it. Nope. Wild spinach, that's not a weapon. I'm looking for stats at the bottom. See, attack stats. Okay, we got something here. We have 3 Moxie, 2 Moxie, 6+, 2 damage. Range 2 is a king carrot. Oh, it's a 2-handed sword, so we'd have to put the bullhorn away. Here we go. All right, range 2, consume, gain +2 accuracy for the fight, and unequip this weapon. It cannot be re-equipped this fight. Oh, so it's like you know, you take a bite out of this big old sharpened carrot here. That's pretty cool. All right, Blopsy twins, here you go. King carrot. Okay, well there we go. We got a first piece of new gear. They are at -1 accuracy, but we don't have another weapon to switch. If we had our traveler's shiv in our pack, we could possibly eat that and then just equip the traveler's shiv and be good to go. But that other townsfolk ran off with it. So, wow, that's too bad. No instrument fun for you. But maybe when we go shopping, we could find another weapon that's like a one-handed weapon, and then we can switch to the boasting bullhorn once we eat the carrot and get our accuracy bonus. I don't know, something like that. Additionally, I know we get 5 coins is what it costs to buy instrument cards from the peddler. So maybe we'll get another instrument that could be pretty helpful.
Do instruments of torture count?
No.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either.
There we go. Bump and run is bump and done. There we are. And Norman Fishboy, Harold's Thrifty Outfitters. You mosey into the Eureka Springs discount store hoping to find a good deal on wares. The store clerk, Harold, offers you quite a lucrative trade. You may discard 1 piece of gear. If you do, receive the first card of the peddler deck with the same gear type as the discarded card. Headgear, chest gear, leg gear, weapon, special gear, or accessory. Keep that piece of gear and put all of the revealed cards on the bottom of the deck. Oh, I should probably shuffle those back in there. There we go. Wow. Okay, well, I really like both of these items. The fishy cap, you're able to just sling a fish at the ruffian if you're by Town Pond, Murky Moat, or Wishing Well. So if you're by a source of water, you can sling a fish over there, and it's just 2 free damage. You don't have to roll or anything, so that's pretty good. It's usable once per fight, so you can even use it more than once. And then Reliable Rod is really good. 2-handed spear does cost 2 Moxie, but that range 2 + 2 brings me effectively to a range 4 character.
Do it.
Oh, come on. We got to see what he's outfitting us with. Come on. All right, so he's going to give up his Reliable Rod, as reliable as it may be. And we are going to see what type of weapon we get from the deck. So here we go. Boom. Cracked glasses. Magnifying glass. Let's take a look at this thing. Magnifying glass. Melee one-handed mace. It's evidence keyword, 1 Moxie, 4+ accuracy, which with my 2 is like, I hit on a 2+. That's pretty accurate. When you attack with this weapon, discard the top card of the action deck. Oh! Well, there you go. More deck manipulation mechanics. I love it. I love it, Panic Roll. Awesome stuff. Oh, and I should mention as well, you might notice these keywords on the side, or these little bolded words, like here it says cook, that says detective. Well, one of the new things introduced to this expansion is the idea of sort of like armor sets from Kingdom Death, where when you collect a certain number of gear cards with the same keyword, you unlock a new special role. I haven't looked at any of these yet, and I don't want to spoil them for myself or for you just yet until we unlock them. So I haven't looked, but basically they give you special abilities or special kind of neat things that add to your character's list of abilities and sort of give you a play style that you're pursuing, I guess. But what's even cooler is that as you collect more of these cards, you need 3 of them. So I need like 3 detectives to become the detective role or something like that. But actually, once you earn that role, you kind of can keep it unless you switch roles to another role. So like maybe I get 3 pieces of detective gear and I become the detective. You don't actually have to have detective gear equipped to be able to use that role thereafter. And the rulebook even specifies sometimes you could find neat combos by actually using other types of gear with roles that don't actually match with it once you unlock the role. And I think that's like hybrid armor stuff. That's really awesome. I think that's a great design. So very exciting. All right, well, we lost a reliable rod here, but we do have a range 2 magnifying glass, so at least there is that. Well, actually, +2 range, it has a range of 1, so I guess it's maybe range 3, I suppose you could say. So we got a range 3 magnifying glass, which lets us do some deck manipulation. So there we go. Great town events, honestly, all across the board. They were all pretty good. Not a complaint to be had there. I mean, yeah, it's too bad they're missing coins, but she got a free weapon, so if she gets set behind on the coins, maybe she'll find some more cook gear and be on the, well, they would they find some more cook gear, I guess, then they'll be able to become a cook, and maybe that's really good. All right, next up, it's time to shop. So this is the part that tends to take me the longest because I hem and haw and I do all my, I guess, thinking and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some editing magic to fast forward through me kind of hemming and hawing. And then once I have all my stuff picked, I'll cut back into standard motion. And I'll sort of explain sort of the thought process I had behind the things that I gave to each character. So without further ado, let's give it a shot.
Yes, sir.
Prepare ship for light speed.
No, light speed is too slow.
Light speed too slow?
Yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed? Sir, we've never gone that fast before. I don't know if the ship can take it.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
Prepare ship! Prepare ship for ludicrous speed.
Alright, everybody, and I have made my decision, so here we go. So I know I said I wanted to keep the giant paintbrush because of that accuracy bonus where when you give out a painting, you add accuracy to the weapon. But you know what? I just realized this weapon over here basically just lets me skip all that and go straight to a 4+ thing, and it does extra damage. How about that? And right now we're at +1 accuracy is our default, so it really hits on a 3+. Pretty great. Look at this, 2 Moxie. Put a counter on this. If there are 2 counters on this, this weapon gains range 4. So right now it's a melee weapon, but it could be a ranged weapon if we are unable to attack, and instead we end up putting the tokens over here. So pretty cool. And she is working toward a Tinkerer build here, it looks like. Very interesting. The good news is... the gift of art ability that allows her to hand out these paintings does not require her to have her paintbrush in hand. So I guess maybe she painted these ahead of the battle or something like that. And she's just pulling them out and saying, here you go, have this nice picture. I should mention as well what the effects are. Focus friend. After receiving this, your next attack is a successful hit, regardless of the accuracy roll. Very helpful there. Happy place. After receiving this, gain +3 movement, +2 Moxie on your next turn. Awesome. Hero's Journey. After receiving this, you may immediately move up to 4 squares. If you end their movement adjacent to the ruffian, they take a damage. Very great. Okay. Cool, and does 2 damage here per hit. That's really great. So I'm feeling okay about this. I can still get the bonus if I give out 3 paintings during the fight, +2 movement, and if I give away my 3rd painting, I get to restore health points. So very good, very good. Now, actually, Frigette was really lucky this time around. So I ended up going for a farmer build for her. So, and we also were incentivized to get a piece of gear worth 4 coins or less, which we did with the aged eggs right here. Consume. Add +2 to your next terrain roll this turn. Usable once per fight. Really good stuff. Might be helpful if we go to the farmhouse. We're looking for that shotgun or something like that. And we also got the Chew and Straw headgear. If you roll a 2 or less on a terrain roll, you may re-roll the result for free. So these two things go together. I love how the farmer build looks like it interacts with terrain. Very thematic. I think that's great. So it just so happened that this one was also $4 as well. I'm not sure if all the farmer cards are that way. But yeah, I bought the aged eggs, and then this was next to come out. So I was like, oh, well, I certainly want that for her. So she's 2/3 of the way to a farmer build. There we go. And one goal out of the way. Blopsy Twins, we ended up buying a cook. It's another weapon, actually, wooden spoon. Melee one-handed mace with the dig keyword. The dig keyword, I understand it, interacts with some of the peddler's unlockable gear, which is not really present in this demo, but it was referenced in the rulebook. Basically, it looks like you're going to get like a booklet of different activities you can do, I guess, or like you check boxes along a progress track. And when you get to a certain thing, or when you get cards that interact with other cards together, you know, it unlocks like permanent new gear that be added to the decks going forward. Sort of a bit like Kingdom Death and the Strain system, I guess. But yeah, I think that's really awesome how they got that all stuff to tie together. Instead of just adding cards to the deck, they really put a lot of thought into this Peddler expansion. So way to go, team, on that. One-handed wooden mace. Now, remember, of course, when we eat this sword, we get +2 accuracy. We unequip this weapon, so we could just equip the wooden spoon and the boasting bullhorn after that. So we get the buff here, and then we're moving on to something that hits right there. Once we put that up, it'll go up to 2, bringing us to 1. Hits on a 3+. Pretty great odds there. But I don't know. We may want to go ahead and try. Well, I don't know. At a -1 right now, that means it hits on a 7+. We may just want to go ahead and eat that pretty quick. All right. Very good. And Norman Fishboy over here. Oh, and I should say as well, 2 pieces out of 3 for the cook build here. So if we get one more cook card, then Blopsy Twins could be a cook. All right. Very good. Norman Fishboy wasn't as lucky as far as the keywords that cooperated. He already had the detective from the town event. No detective cards up there, so I ended up just buying a flashy buckle, giving him Glory Hog, so that if I can't get the detective to work out, maybe I could go for a Glory Hog build, right? Gives you +1 Moxie there. Whenever you take damage, gain +1 accuracy for the fight. So there you go. Able to buff his accuracy. Not that he needs it with so much accuracy, but, you know, couldn't hurt. Maybe he could just hit on everything like a 2+ after a while. But the main thing I wanted was that +1 Moxie, because in this game they decided to add a reroll option. If you spend 2 points of Moxie, then you are able to actually reroll either a terrain roll or an attack roll. So different options and outlets for that ability there. And now that he has 3 Moxie, he can use his weapon, and he has enough left over for a reroll. So that was sort of the idea there. Very good. Okay. All right, well, I think that's all we have. So I think now it's time to clean up and get ready for the fight. And who are we fighting? The Door Knockers. Okay, I think I've seen them before. There we go. Look at those guys. Ugh. Ugh, freaky. Oh, there's a little... Oh, I just noticed there's like a little ghost in there. Like an ink ghost or something. He looks pretty unhappy. I love the first-person perspective here. The hand's like, nope, no thank you. I don't want anything that you're offering. And it looks like indeed they are offering. They are tainted salesmen. The flavor text here for the Door Knockers. Oh my goodness. Are those cubes? Word of this glorious product has spread across the Hoselands like wildfire. A miracle device that brings endless happiness and success, peddled by the enthusiastic salesmen known as the Door Knockers. Sure, no one knows how the cube works, or why the Door Knockers don't require payment for it, or why the color leaves your body the moment you touch one, but hey, there's gotta be a reason it's so popular, right? We've got the salesman knocking at the town gates, so why not listen to what these charming gentlemen have to say? I'll tell you why. There's 3 good reasons why not, not to listen to them there. But indeed, we are. I guess we'll humor them. I don't know. Maybe they could sell us on these evil demonic cubes. They are chumps this time around, which they have a tacky pitch. Nothing special about these wacky worshippers. Should be a cinch. It looks like in a 4 Townsfolk playthrough, they have 6 movement, 18 health. We'll go ahead and mark those. Oh, you know what? I haven't flipped the board over to the other side. So I will do that when we do. But one new thing as well, the ambush ability right here. So new to this expansion are monsters with ambush cards. Whoops, here we go. And actually, there it is right there on the top. So this is like a reference card that sort of explains some of the mechanics or keywords that are referenced in the monster or the ruffian's deck. I think this is a very elegant way to increase sort of the keyword stuff, but also have the keywords in a referenceable area without making all this stuff illegibly small to accommodate room for it. This is a very good idea. So ambush card, this one here is One of Us ambush. You can see pictures of looks like a little tokens there, maybe belief tokens. As soon as the Townsfolk has 5 or more belief tokens, they accept the cube. They are converted and immediately receive a strange cube unique gear card. If a townsfolk has less than 5 belief tokens or the fight ends, they discard their strange cube. Whenever a converted townsfolk takes damage, they discard 5 belief tokens. Ah, okay. Unconverted townsfolk may choose to attack converted ones. Okay, gotcha. So basically, whenever they take damage, they don't want the cube anymore. It's like, and apparently we can actually cause each other damage. So I guess it's like we're slapping some sense into them. Like, hey, put that thing down. You know, go put that over there. If all townsfolk on the board are holding strange cubes, the cubes begin to glow and burn to the touch. They immediately take 2 damage. Ah, okay, that was my next question, was if, like, all my townsfolk have cubes, do we lose? No, apparently they will burn, and then we'll take the damage to drop them, which will cause us to discard belief tokens and get rid of the cube. So, okay, I think I see how this is going to go. Let's go ahead and set up the battle here. I'm going to have to put these cards away, flip the board, and all that stuff. So with some little editing magic, we will go to the battle phase right now. Alright, and the battlefield is just about ready to go for our epic showdown against the Door Knockers, the evil trio themselves. Here we go. Maybe get a better frontal view there. How about that? The white cube in their hand, I wonder if in the final game it's going to end up being green. That would be a pretty cool feature, I think, definitely. Alright, the battlefield has been set up pursuant to the diagram that is shown on the back of the boss board. As you can see, the T spots allow you to put townsfolk there, the ruffian goes there, and then the terrain is set up as you can see over here. Now, some of this terrain is pretty familiar to me. A lot of it is actually stuff that was used in the first game. So we have, like, the dense woods, which, you know, basically they cost extra movement to move through them, and you can roll to climb the tree and get, like, accuracy bonuses, that sort of thing. You have a buzzing hive, where if the bees get mad, they will attack adjacent targets, whether they are ruffians or townsfolk. We have the rickety farm. We can knock on the door there and try and request some help from the farmer there. I wonder if the door knockers were actually headed toward the rickety farm to try and sell them their cube. I don't think the farmer wants it, but that would be kind of funny, and maybe we could beat them to it. Maybe we could talk to the farmer and say, hey, there's some guys coming, don't listen to them, you know, shoot them with your shotgun instead, that'd be better. We have Gooby's Tavern, which I believe is a new piece of terrain. Here's the card here. Obstacle. When adjacent to an empty stool, you may pay 1 coin and discard unaccomplished feat. If you do, discard up to 2 belief tokens. Each townsfolk may activate this terrain once per fight. Gotcha. So, whereas this one, the only way to get rid of belief tokens that I know of is to take damage while you're already converted. That'll let you prevent conversion in the first place. I guess you sort of drink away some of your conviction for the cube there. So that's a neat thing. It also gives you a use for goals that you know you're not going to be able to complete for one reason or another. Like this nurse one here. We didn't even get an item that could possibly give us the healing ability, so this is basically one that I'm never going to reach anyway. This might be a prime candidate for drinking away some belief tokens. So there you go. Love the fact that they decided to give more gear with more uses for things as far as the unaccomplishable feats, because I know that some of the gear I saw as well, you discard unaccomplished feats and then you'll be able to utilize some sort of effect. That at least sort of curves out one of the design oddities that my wife doesn't like as much, frankly. You know, like a goal like this is sort of like, that's silly, I got a goal that I can never possibly accomplish, but now there's a use for it, which I think is great. Moving on, we also have the old jalopy there, and this is the one I'm actually the most nervous about right now. Given the tight quarters combat that we have going on here, this looks almost just like a bowling alley. We're just going to get knocked over like pins. I remember something similar happened in my very first fight with Lawman Dozy. I didn't realize he could get in the car and drive over us until he was running over our tunes. It was really terrifying. So we'll have to try and clear out this alley, and that's actually why I've put Miss Frigette over here. She has benefits for interacting with terrain. She gets +2 for one of her terrain rolls. She can reroll 1s or 2s. She's got a few things going on that'll be pretty helpful there. So, and she moves pretty well, so she'll be able to move over there within 2 rounds or so if she makes it a direct beeline. But it'll depend on what the boss does on the first turn, whether I actually pursue that strategy or not. Otherwise, we are all clear except for Norman Fishboy, so he'll be able to just duck down here, and that's no problem. And, in fact, for ducking down there, if he attacks from there, like let's say the boss comes right here, 2 benefits are afforded to him. 1, he can do the bite the bullet there if he's involved in a tie for targeting. So let's say he targets the closest townsfolk. It's a tie between these two, and if he wins that tie, then he'll be able to complete that. Second, if he attacks from right here, because he does have lengthy limbs, he can do that. He'll be adjacent to the Blopsy twins, and he'll get the benefit of the boasting bullhorn if they have this equipped. So that will allow them to increase damage there. Of course, he actually goes before her, so may not happen on the first round, but might happen in subsequent rounds, perhaps. So, all right, well, I think that's just about everything. So let's go ahead and give this a shuffle, and we are ready to roll.
Good day for a swell battle. Now go!
All right, first up, free trial. We promise you'll love it. We'll bet your life on it. Target closest unconverted townsfolk. Okay, so that is exactly what we were hoping would happen. The closest, none of us are converts, so we're all unconverted. The closest is going to be a tie between these two. We'll let him go for Norman Fishboy, which is going to accomplish Bite the Bullet. What does that give us again? Sorry. 2 coins or 1 damage to the ruffian. I'm feeling confident that we could beat the ruffian just through scrapping alone. So I'm going to go ahead and get 2 coins right there. There we go. Perfect. All right, what else happens? Move the door knockers toward the target. If they reach the target, trigger the after effect. Okay, well, they certainly will. So right there. Oh, the horn on these this model here sometimes can block the figures. So there we go. He's moved up right there, and he's going to trigger the after effect. A door knocker forces a sample product into the target's hands. The target receives the sample cube unique gear. They must equip it immediately. Remove this action card from the game. Ah, okay, so it can only happen once. So let's take a look here. That's oh, that's a strange cube. I think, yeah, that's a sample cube. So let's see. There we go. Cubes and cubes and cubes. Oh, there it is. Sample cube. It is different. Okay, yeah. Sample cube, melee, one-handed mace. Oh, it's a weapon. Okay. All right. Costs 1 moxie. Hits on an 8+, and does 1 damage. Ooh, that's pretty bad. I mean, it's good that he got it because he has 2 innate accuracy, so it hits on 6+ for him. It's still. Let's see. Gain 1 belief token at the end of your turns. Okay, so it'll passively gain your belief tokens. If you successfully hit the ruffian with this weapon, you, are converted, or the fight ends, discard it. Cannot be discarded or unequipped otherwise. Okay, so we could get rid of this by becoming converts. We could be rid of this when the fight ends, or if we hit the ruffian with this weapon. 6+ though. That's those are steep odds. I'm gonna have to be honest with that. But actually, now that I think about it, I have an idea. So, Judy Marks over here has a painting which is called Focus Friend. Here we go. After receiving this, your next attack is a successful hit, regardless of the accuracy roll. So this actually could basically just do away with that cube now that I think about it. So, since she goes after him, it's not going to happen this time, so he might attack with his regular weapon this time. And then what we'll do is just plan to have her give him that painting, and then next time he'll be able to take care of the cube just like that. So, how about that, everybody? He's going to get 1 cube for his troubles, but not really hugely impactful there. All right, Mr. Fishboy, is there anything else that happens here? I think it just says remove the card. Nope. Yep, that looks like that's it. So no damage. They just put this cube in his hand. It's going to give him a recurrent amount of belief if he doesn't get rid of it soon. So there we go. All right, speaking of Norman, the sample taker, here he is. He is right here. He's going to move out of the bowling alley right here because we don't want that jalopy to threaten us there. And he's going to attack right here. You know what? Maybe he'll attack from here, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then that way Judy could just scoot 1 space over and she can give him that cube. How about that? Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so he's going to attack with the magnifying glass, which is on a 4+, which is really a 2+ with his stats there. Oh no, we actually got a 1. That's the one thing that would have missed for us. So a 1 is a miss, but because we have 3 moxie and this costs 1 moxie to use, we actually have the ability to re-roll for 2 moxie. I think it's worth it. 2+, come on, that's basically anything.
You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half.
Oh no, I hope this is not an omen of the things to come. Ugh, yikes. Okay, so we rolled yet another 1. So even with the reroll, he actually missed, and he has no more moxie, even if he wanted to attack with the sample cube. One thing I should note, though, when you attack with this weapon, discard the top card of the action deck. So we attacked, we didn't hit, but it doesn't actually specify that it needs a hit. So here we go. When you attack, resist its glory is what was discarded there. So there we go. Now, something we don't have to deal with there. Not sure what it does, but don't want the spoilers, so I'm not going to look. All right, end of his turn. He's going to get 1 belief token. Here we go. He is a believer. Oh my gosh. Wow, 2 1s in a row. My goodness, that is crazy. All right, Blopsy twins are up next. First thing they are going to do is consume the king carrot. Yum, delicious. And as you can see, when you consume, gain 2 accuracy. So here we go, 1, 2.
How'd you do that?
Work out, plenty of rest, you know, eat your green vegetables.
That's what my mom is always saying. I just never actually believed her.
And funny enough, now that I look at it, you know, I guess I need to call my mom and apologize. She used to tell me all the time, oh, eating carrots is good for your eyes. I never believed her because she never cite the source for it. But it looks like the source has been confirmed in Townsfolk Tussle. So it made their eyesight even better, made it more accurate, and that's perfect. So there we go. All that's left to do is equip weapons and attack. It does cost 2 moxie to equip weapons, but or equip gear, but it actually does say that you can equip both hands worth of gear at 1 re-equip action. So there we go. we got our wooden spoon equipped. We got our boasting bullhorn ready to roll as well. So there we go. We're ready to roll. We are adjacent to this monster already. So we could just go ahead and attack with the wooden spoon. Hits on a 3+. Let's see something a little better than that. That's an 8. That's perfect. So, and it's actually going to deal 2 points of damage because attacks with this weapon deal +1 damage if you consumed this turn. So there you go. How about that? Awesome. All right. So yeah, Norman Fishboy didn't get his damage in, but you know, it's only a difference of 1 point of damage, I guess. So not a huge deal. Could have been better, but definitely, certainly could have been worse, I think. I guess technically it really couldn't have been worse. That was probably about the worst outcome for his turn, but you know what I mean. Anyway. All right, now, do I want to move? I could skedaddle just a smidge because I'm sort of blocking off Judy's ability to get up there and attack. So I'm going to back up 2 spaces right here. That's what I'm going to do. Perfect. All right, so we are done with that turn. Next up is Miss Frigette. And because the monster is right here, I've actually sort of reevaluated what I'm going to do with her turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do an attack and activate a terrain this turn. Try to get the multitasker, because you activate a terrain piece doesn't mean you have to get the best result on it, and attacking the ruffian doesn't mean you have to hit with it. So I think because we're in prime positioning to get something that could potentially deal some damage here, and we can deal damage with our weapon, it's a great time to do it. So she's going to scoot forward 2 spaces, and she's going to try to attack. She hits on a 6+ due to her innate -1 accuracy here. So let's see if we can get that to go for us. Ah, a 5. So close, but just under what we need. So not going to help us there. But that's okay, because I am going to consume my aged eggs, and maybe the farmer will have better accuracy than I am. Add +2 to your next terrain roll this turn, usable once per fight. So eating those eggs, and then we are going to back right up here to the door and knock on the door for some assistance. So we are going to roll and add +2 to this roll result here. 8 + 2 is 10. That's perfect. 8 is what we needed. The owner reluctantly obliges. He lines his shotgun through the window and nails the ruffian for 3 damage. Rickety Farm can no longer be activated. So I'll flip both of those over there. Awesome stuff. So 3 point damage. 1, 2, 3. Brings him right there to 13. Right before his 12, which is when he would do his break point. And that's when he's going to play a card. Well, in this case, during our turn. So it immediately ends the turn if whoever activates or causes that to happen. And then they play a card. So he's... if she does damage, she's probably going to get a card, and then he's going to play a card during her turn, so not amazing. But before we end her turn, because she could finish up her points of movement, she moved 1, 2, 3, she could go 4, 5, just to move toward that jalopy in case we want that option. So there we go. All right, this is going pretty well for us so far. I mean, yeah, that first turn was kind of a pain, but thankfully the farmer was more than willing to help make up for it, so how about that? All right. Last but not least, we have Miss Judy Marks. She's going to move 1 space, and she's going to stop because she wants to hand out a painting. We already know which one she's going to give out. Focus, friend, to get that instant hit. We're going to put that right over here so that we can make sure to get rid of that sample cube. How about that? All right, and then she's going to scoot up 1 more space, and she has 3 moxie. She spent 1 to give out a painting right there, and she's going to spend the other 2 to activate the knotted chain. So she's going to attack with that. She hits on a 3+ with 1 and 8 accuracy right there. So, pretty easy odds there. And that is a 3. It's exactly what we needed. So, 2 points of damage, and that is going to trigger the breakpoint. But that's basically all I wanted to do on her turn anyway. So, here we go. Deliver the pitch. Listen closely, for this product will change the way you live. Target the closest unconverted townsfolk. Well, that's going to be Judy at this point. So, there we go. Move the door knockers toward the target. The salesmen spew their overly rehearsed sales pitch to anyone who will listen. All unconverted townsfolk within 4 squares must roll plus accuracy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's everybody. So I guess we're all going to roll and then add our accuracy. Now, before we actually roll, let's see what this happens here. You listen attentively. The cube thing sounds pretty swell. If you have 5 or lower, gain 3 belief tokens, or 6+. You cover your ears, manage to block it. So you either get 3 belief tokens or 2 belief tokens. It's hitting everybody. Oh, I mean, I guess we're not... Most of us don't have any belief tokens yet, so let's go ahead and just do it. Let's see what happens. Oh, she rolled a 10. How about that? So she's only going to get 2. We know that. 1 and 2. She rolled a 1, so she's going to get 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. That's it. What did you roll? Looks like a 5 plus 1 is 6. So 6+, and she only gets 2. Here we go. And then he rolled a 3. It looks like 3 plus 2 is 5. So he's going to get 3 belief tokens. On top of the one he already has... Gosh, I hope he doesn't get another one again, or you know what'll happen. He'll get his 5th token at the end of his turn there, and he might be able to... Well, actually, we get rid of this before the end of his turn, so hopefully he'll stay at 4, and we'll be able to get rid of that cube before too much trouble occurs. But, again, that is not the only thing they do. That was their breakpoint, but now it's actually their turn, so they get to play yet another card. Oh, my gosh. Find the target market. There is no one more fitting for this product than you, my good fellow. Target unconverted townsfolk with the lowest total feat points. Aha. Okay, so let's see. She has 1 feat point. He has 1 feat point. Actually, hers is technically 0. So you know what? She is a viable target for this. It didn't say closest. Nope, sure didn't. You know, that sounds great. Get the pressure off of Judy here. So he's going to move right over there, which puts him actually right in range of the foul outhouse, in case you want to utilize it. He moved right up there because he's going to move the door knockers toward the target. If they reach the target, trigger the after effect. The target is like putty in the door knocker's hands, eating up every word of flattery and sales jargon. How gullible! The target receives 4 belief tokens. Oh, man, wait, that'll make her a convert. But he is kind of trapping her over there, so she's going to have to go the long way around, which actually, funny enough, moves her toward the jalopy. But we're not going to be able to break her out of that trance for a while. Oh, gosh, this is bad. Okay, well, I've already made my decision, so unfortunately we're going to have to stick with it. So here we go. All right, at least the farmer helped us out. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 belief tokens. That is going to net her, per this card right here. When they get 5+ belief tokens, they accept the cube. They're converted, receive a strange cube card here. Here we go. Strange cube. You are converted. You cannot take actions on your turn. Instead, you must move 5 squares toward the unconverted tassel closest to you, and if they get there, they reach your damage. So that's going to be equipped, and actually, oh my gosh, that's just not... It's going to take us a while to get to her. We can't even do a trick where we hit the outhouse and it hits her because she's actually out of range of the outhouse. Oh, man. Okay. All right, well, we have to play with it. That's the way that the chips have fallen, so we have to do it. All right. We found the target market. They sure found it. They sure did. Fridgette was ready to believe. So, all right, well, first up, it's going to be Norman Fishboy's turn. I think, you know, he's still actually, you know what we'll do? We'll move him up. Oh, she's back there. That's too bad. I was going to say, if this was the Blopsy twins who move up to get the +1 damage and then try to attack here. But we cannot, so I'm going to move right up here. And I'm going to attack right there. I'm going to attack with the Oh, you know what? No, we want to attack with the sample cube. We want to use Focus Friend and attack with sample cube. So here we go. Oh, but it's a range 2. Yep. It's range 3 because that's right. Normally it's a one-handed mace, so that'd have to be adjacent, but of course he has long limbs. There we go. Sorry about that. Just got a call from work. Even when I'm not working, of course I'm not all the way off. So you know, that's always part of the adventure, isn't it? All right. Well, Norman Fishboy, he did hit with the sample cube, which means we are going to get rid of the sample cube. I'm trying to remember. I think we just did the damage to him for that. Gosh, I took that call and it frazzled my brain. I may have been due 1 more point of damage, but that's okay. If that's the case, it's the case, and you know, it'll be all right no matter what. So there we go. We attacked with the sample cube. We got a point of damage there, and we got rid of the sample cube, which is pretty good. Now, we still have more Moxie, though, so we could actually attack with the magnifying glass as well, and I think we should. So maybe that'll help us make up for the damage that we lost here. So let's see what we got.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You're serious? You know what? This dice is going into dice jail. There you go. You're out of here. We're gonna clone one of these right here because that die has rolled nothing higher than a 2. Ever since we started this game, it seems like. Well, actually, I think he was okay rolling on the other thing. So for attacks, though, it's certainly not fit for attacking. So that die has been banished to the Shadow Realm. There we go. Now, fortunately, because it costs 1 Moxie to use this and 1 to use that, I don't have enough Moxie to do a reroll. So that's going to be the end of my turn. However, we did attack, so we are going to discard the top card of the weapon. So drink the punch. Oh, I'll bet I know what that's about. That's a pretty funny name for the card. All right, Norman Fishboy, you are good to go. Is there any movement we'd like to do with you, sir? Maybe we'll back you up 3 spaces right there. Just in case we want him to try and use his long arms to activate the foul outhouse, perhaps. Something like that. All right, next up we have the Blopsy twins. Let's see. We could have them attack with the wooden spoon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see. Okay. So they have 4 points of movement. So we could get them adjacent to there and attack them that way. But, yeah. Then we'd be in range to be bopped by it ourselves. Well, it's going to take her some time to get to the jalopy anyway. So you know what? This lane, I think, is hopefully safe for right now. I guess we'll have to see if they utilize it after all. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and give this a roll. We're hitting on a 3+. Ooh, it was almost a 2, but that is an 8. So there we go. 1 point of damage right there. And is there anything else we'd like to do? I mean, we're out of, we don't have anything else with Moxie that we could do, but if we wanted to lower one of our stats, we could reveal the next card in the Ruffian deck and see kind of, well, I guess we could see if they're going to use the Jalopy for one thing, so maybe we'll lower our movement by 1, and we'll just take a peek at what we got going on here. Onboarding package. The door knockers offer a gift as a sign-on bonus. It'll be tough to refuse. Target the closest unconverted townsfolk. So at this point, that would be her, but if we put her back there, it'll be actually a split between them. So she actually is better as far as the unconverted. So if it gives out belief tokens, she'd be better off. Move the door knockers toward the target. If they reach the target, they offer the target a lucrative deal. The target must choose. Accept the deal. Receive the top card of the peddler deck. You may immediately equip it. Then gave 4 belief tokens. Ooh! Free item for 4 belief tokens. How about that? Or deny the offers. Apologies. We'll prepare something even better for you, friend. Even when rejected, the salesman stays smiling. Gain 2 belief tokens. So, no matter who it targets, and no matter if they take the free item or not, apparently they're going to become converts. So, you might as well get an item out of it in that case, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave that on top, and let's go ahead and get a free item. I like items for free. That's pretty, well, not really free. You're getting you're getting converted, but you know, we can just bop them, give them 1 point of damage, and you know, basically you're getting an item for 1 point of damage, I guess is the way to put it. So there we go. Alrighty, and if needs be, we could activate the foul outhouse to damage them if we need to. So there we go. Blopsy twins, your turn is done. Very good. Frigette Jones is going next, and because she has the strange cube, she's going to move 5 squares toward the unconverted townsfolk closest to her, and then deal them a damage as she gets there. So she's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. All right, she has to go all the way around because she cannot move through the ruffian here, and it's going to be a shorter path this way than it is to go that way. So that's the idea. That's what we're going for right there. So, alrighty. Well, there you go. Her turn is over with. All right, Judy Marks is up next, and she's going to scoot 1, 2, 3 right over here, I think. And you know what? The nice thing, you know, I'm going to rotate them this way because that bugle's just getting in the way, the horn. All right. Now, the nice thing is she is actually adjacent to the Blopsy twins, which means she gets the benefit of the boasting bullhorn. +1 damage on the first attack each turn. Let's go ahead and do an attack here. It's going to deal 3 points of damage. That's pretty hefty. And we rolled a crit. How about that? So 3 damage, that's a crit. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is going to activate this breakpoint. But let's roll on the crit chart to see what we get here. Let's see what our crit effect is going to be. It is a 2. Your hit leaves the ruffian flustered. The anger makes them predictable. Reveal the next ruffian action. Well, unfortunately, we already know what the next ruffian action is because we already looked at it, and it's about to play itself because with 3 points of damage, we're going straight to their next breakpoint. So that's going to be that. Onboarding package. Here we go. It's going to turn. It's going to give out some belief tokens. That's going to do 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Well, they're getting 2 things. They get a 2-for-1 deal here. Oh, that's a gum wand. That's not what we need. Strange cube is what we need right there. Here we go. Got ourselves a strange cube. There we go. So we are converted. But we also get the top item of the peddler deck. So let's see what we got here. Sable tube accessory. When the action deck is reshuffled, restore a health point. Oh, it's a detective. It's too bad he didn't get it. Okay, so she has a detective piece. When the action deck is reshuffled, restore 1 health point. Well, I'm not thinking I want to equip that. We may want to cancel one of the AI cards first, but at least we now have an accessory we could pop in to replace it there. So, okay. Alrighty, I guess it's fine. You know, it's absolutely fine, I guess. Alright, well, converted, though. Definitely not happy about that. We got the breakpoint, and just like before, he's going to play a card right after that. So here we go. Glowing cubes. Don't worry, that's a feature, not a bug. Target all converted townsfolk. We got 2 of these things now. Oh, boy. That's not good. Okay, and then what happens to them? Each target must roll, and then depending on what they roll, things can happen. Wow. We got 2 converts here. Do we want to cancel this one? Because, yeah, they are converted, but it doesn't say that, you know, they cannot cancel this with the crystal ball. I'm afraid it's gonna, I guess we'll peek at it. Yeah, it's gonna, I think, try to give us more belief tokens. That's what I'm afraid of. So, you know what? They're already having high belief token amounts, so we're gonna go ahead and discard that, resolve something else. Gullibility check. I see new recruits on the horizon. Target all unconverted townsfolk within 5 squares. Well, that's everybody else, it appears. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Okay, we just traded one problem for another. The door knockers survey the townsfolk for signs of a potential sale. Each target resolves. So first up is going to be Judy. So she rolls her die here. That is a 3. Oh, sorry, no, you don't roll die. You actually check the number of belief tokens they have. Okay, so she's got 3. A smart townsfolk like yourself will flourish in the collective. The salesman's encouraging words resonate with you. So you receive 2 belief tokens. Oh, great. And now she's converted. Oh, drat. Maybe I should have taken that item after all. This might have been a tactical error. But we're doing so well on him, you know? So, oh, great. Now she's a convert. All right, and then Norman Fishboy has 4. This one is almost ready. The door knockers simply stare at you smiling. Then move the door knockers toward the farthest townsfolk. So he's going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's sort of a split. It could go either way. You know what I'll do? I'm going to have him go to Norman Fishboy. That's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So he's at Norman Fishboy, and he's adjacent to the foul outhouse in case you want to do some shenanigans. He actually kindly pushed them out of the way from helping us or from hurting us here. So how about that? Okay, well, I think the next thing is our turn, I guess. Let's see. Yep, that's it. So I guess the next thing is our turn. I suppose we could attack the foul outhouse. We might want to attack one of our friends to deconvert them, though. They're going to be moving for a little while, so... or we could just wait until Norman's converted. He's only 1 belief token shy of it. So, you know, we might as well get some damage in before we do that, right? So, he's going to move 1, 2, 3 right there. There we go. He is at range 3. 1, 2, 3 spaces from here, so he's not going to get hurt by it. But he's going to attack the foul outhouse because that's going to deal more damage than the magnifying glass will on its own. So, here we go. That is a 9. That is certainly going to attack the outhouse and spew sludge. It's going to do 2 points of damage right there. Awesome stuff, Mr. Norman. Very good. Okay, and that's the end of everything I want to do with him. So that's going to be it. Blopsy Twins, they're going to move. I think this still counts as an obstacle to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Moving 5 spaces there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's moving over here. They're all closing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All closing in on poor Norman. The only holdout as far as the believing goes. So there we go. All right. They're going to go mob mentality. You know, most of the other townsfolk are already enjoying our product. Target the closest unconverted townsfolk. Well, there's only 1 left. So he's going to be looking right over there. What's going to happen here? Move the door knockers toward the target. If they reach the target feels the salesman's judging eyes upon them. You can't be the only townsfolk without one of those silly cubes, right? Target rolls -2 for each converted townsfolk. Okay. So that's going to be -6. Well, I'm thinking he's not gonna do too well here. We got 6 -6 is 0, so it's a baseline of 1. You begin to panic. Are you falling behind with the trends? That would be terrible. Gain 3 belief tokens. Well, there we go, huh? All right, so 3 belief tokens. That's 1 and 2 and 3. And now he is a convert. He's got himself a cube, which we're all converts. And as this says right here, if all townsfolk on the board are holding the strange cubes, their cubes begin to glow and burn to the touch. They immediately take 2 damage, which is going to make us discard 5 tokens apiece. So 2 damage. Ouch. Burned right there. Okay, there we go. Get out of here, strange cube. We're done with that. All right, they are also going to take 5 off of there because they are also taking 2 points of damage for this burning cubes there. And likewise here as well, 2 points of damage. That's going to get rid of 5 cubes. So it sort of resets us, which is kind of good. And she could put some ice pack on those burned hands with 1 or 2 of these people to help them out. Potentially. I guess we'll have to see. Judy Marks here also getting a bit of a burn, which actually brings her down kind of where we wanted her, because if she ends the fight with 1 health point remaining, she actually accomplishes that feat. So that would actually be perfect for us. So all strange cubes are now gone. Don't have to worry about them. All right. Start of a brand new round. We have Norman Fishboy. He is actually still at the perfect range here to hit the foul outhouse and deal 2 points of damage to the boss. And I think that sounds like a great idea. So here we go, rolling right there. We got a 3, which is still, thankfully, a hit right there. So that's going to hit there. 2 points of damage. Hitting the break point, so the mob is going to go. Green sky. The salesmen hold their cubes high above their heads, making the entire landscape glow. Target all townsfolk. Oh, boy. Move the door knocker toward the closest unconverted townsfolk. Well, he's already there. Perfect. Their cubes glow covers the entire sky. Do whatever you can to shield your eyes. All converted townsfolk gain 2 belief tokens. Thankfully, we just became unconverted. We saw sense once more. Each unconverted townsfolk without headgear receives a belief token. So he's got headgear. She's got headgear. So that's going to deal 1 there. So that's going to put them to 3. And she's not in there as well. So there we go. Each unconverted townsfolk that has 1 accuracy or fewer receives 1 belief token. So he's going to be fine. That's no problem. They have 1 accuracy, so that's not going to help them. They're going to go back up to 4. She definitely is minus 1 accuracy, so she's going to get 1. And she has 1 accuracy, so she's going to get 1 as well. So, gosh, already well on our way back to being believers again. I think I'll just hang out right here. I think that's no problem. Okay, next up, Blopsy Twins, our good friends. The problem is they only have a movement of 3 now, so they definitely can't reach this one here. Maybe we could start having them toot on the horn. And that might allow us to... Not toot on the horn, mind read, I guess. We could have them mind read so we can see what's coming next and try and plan accordingly. So, maybe we'll start with that. Before we decide to move, we're actually going to start with that. Let's go ahead and reduce their movement 1 more here. There we go, 2 movement points. Team player, those in our network gain the benefits of the collective. Don't you want the benefits? Target the closest unconverted townsfolk. Okay. Move the door knockers toward the target. If they reach the target, they offer to help the target with the menial tasks. No strings attached. Then the target must choose. Accept the benefits. Achieve up to 2 unaccomplished feats, but only receive the reward for 1 of them. Then gain 3 belief tokens. Or deny the offer. No worries, friend. We're always waiting for you. You can't help but feel like you missed out on a great offer. Gain 2 belief tokens. Well, actually, interestingly, that would let him accomplish the nurse goal, which we couldn't do otherwise. How about that? So actually, we could get both of those done just like that. I think we might actually just let that stay right there. That's what we'll do. We'll move 2 spaces right there. Okay, perfect. And then, you know what else I'm going to do? Actually, not yet, I won't. Nope, not yet. Alright, so that is the end of the Blopsy Twins' turns. There we go. Next up is Miss Frigette, and she does have her sanity faculties again. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we may not want her there because we hit the outhouse. She's going to be in some trouble. So, she's going to stop right there. Is there anything else she wants to do? No. Oh, and I did accomplish this feat. I forgot to mention. So, that's going to give us 2 coins right there. You know what? She's actually going to hang tight right now. She's going to hang tight right there, just to be safe. Okay. Then Miss Judy Marks, she doesn't have the movement to be able to get here, but she does have the movement to get over here to give the Blopsy Twins a painting. She wants to give them the Hero's Journey painting. After receiving this, you may immediately move up to 4 squares. If you end the movement adjacent to the ruffian, they take a damage. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Bam. They could go right there adjacent to the ruffian. That's some damage right there. So, get that bugle out of the way. There we go. So we have painted you this picture. Whoops, sorry. That's for the Blopsy Twins. There you go. And 1 point of damage going to the boss. They only have 2 health left. I think we could do this, y'all. We just need to hit the outhouse 1 time, and then we're good to go. All right. And is there anything else you'd like to do? We already know what's coming next. It's going to target the closest townsfolk. So, not really feeling the pressure to move or anything like that right now. So, I'm going to call it just like that. Okay. Perfect. And then, last but not least, it's time for the boss to go. Team player. Those our network get the benefits of the collective. Don't you want those benefits? Let's have him target my friend here, and he's going to get 2 buckaroo, or 2 goals right there. He gets the benefit of 1, though. 1 damage to the ruffian. We don't need that. 1 movement, or 2 coins. I think he's going to get the 2 coin benefit here. So, we got 1 and 2 right there. 2 coins. Perfect. Alrighty, very good. And then, as a result, he's getting 3 belief tokens, which is going to make him a believer once more. But given that we are so close to being able to finish off this battle, I think it's going to be okay. I think. Yeah, because they can attack for 1 damage. She can move up and attack for 2 damage. So, and she can even try to do a bit of damage herself. So, I think we're going to be okay, because he's just going to go over there and try and proselyte to her, which is going to be fine. So, I think we are a-okay. In fact, she could even, when he comes over here, she could gobble him up, then move, and then try to attack, get that extra damage. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. We're good.
Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.
Alrighty, so there we go. Achieved our goals, got a little bit of payment, and now we're ready to roll. Okay. Moving on, it's Norman's turn, and the closest townsfolk right now is going to be Miss Frigette, and he's going to tell her, hey, you know, you got to try one of these cubes. These things are awesome. There you go. Forgot to give him a cube. These things are amazing. And she's like, oh, gosh, again with this? All right. There we go. She got annoyed into some damage there. There we go. And his turn is done. Very simple. Very, very simple. All right. Blopsy twins are going to go. They are going to attack since they are adjacent here. They are hitting on a 3+. So let's go ahead and get that done right there. That is a 5. So 1 point of damage right there. Very good. And then they're going to move at least 1 space. You know, we'll actually go right there. I think there. We'll go right there. Yep. Just in case we just scoot her on up in there. Very good. Miss Frigette, she is going to fridge Mr. Norman right there. And you know what? She could even try to heal him for 1 if she wanted to. No, she only has 2 moxie. She needs 1 for attack. So here we go. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And she's going to try to hit him with the swinging door for 2 points of damage. Here we go. No, of course, it's got to be a miss. It's always a miss when she rolls, it seems like. Not sure why, but she just really has trouble hitting with that swinging door. I guess if I tried to attack something with my torso, it would be pretty hard, too. So, there we go. We'll cut her a little bit slack. Doesn't have enough moxie to reroll, so that's going to be everything that there is to be done there. All right, last but not least, Miss Judy. She's going to move up 4 spaces, and she's going to try and hit with her knotted chain, hitting on a 3+. There we go. Oh, and she critted right there at the end. Out of curiosity, what is going to be the benefit? Yep, your attack sends the ruffian to the fit of rage, and it would attack right now, but it is taking 2 points of damage, which is going to take care of it. There we go, everybody. That's how it's done. Very good. Wow, this is a really interesting boss. It sure seems like they don't do much damage on their own, but indeed, in fact, our theory proved correct, where they actually like to spread these cubes and have infighting be the source of our demise there. So, and burning cubes, I guess, when we're all converts. But, wow, that was a really neat fight thing. We didn't end up sending the jalopy at him, and he didn't send it at us. So, I don't know if somewhere within the remaining cards here he does, in fact, get in the jalopy or not. I guess that'll be a surprise to discover on another day. But we did win. We have everybody here, and now it's time to double check and make sure we have all of our accomplished feats that we need here. So, pay 7 coins at any time to achieve this feat. We only have 2 coins right here, but potentially we get some more coins here. It says at any time, so we'll think about it. No distractions. Complete a fight without going into or interacting with a terrain piece. You know what? She did actually accomplish that. So she didn't hit the outhouse. She didn't go to any of those other things. So she's going to get 4 coins for that. Pretty good. And finish the fight with 1 remaining health point. And she definitely did that as well. So that's going to give her a whopping $5 right there. Okay, so what do we have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bucks. And if we pay 7, we could even accomplish this feat right here. To be the wealthiest townsfolk. That would put her in the running to actually get the boss loot. Oh, and it's the end of the match, so he's going to give that up. You know, I really don't want her to be in a competition with him. We'll let him get the boss loot. He's the one who resisted the conversion as long as he could. And he really just did a great job. He not only inherited the staple cube, got rid of it. I think he deserves this. We're going to actually just not pay that. We'll just bring this into the next town phase. We'll be really ready to go there. Perfect. All right, Miss Frigette Jones, unshakable. If your movement mocks your accuracy or lowered by the ruffian, achieve this feat. No, that did not happen. He did not. This boss doesn't seem to lower your stats, or maybe not in the cards that we saw anyway. So there we go. Armored. Obtain a piece of head, leg, or chest gear. Well, we got a accessory, but that's not quite what we needed there, so not going to happen today. If you're healed by another townsfolk, achieve this feat. We did not get healed by another townsfolk, so we did not achieve that either. Good company. If another townsfolk achieves 2 or more feats this round, and a round in this game is defined as the town phase and the battle phase, like together. So there's 4 rounds, basically 4 ruffian, I don't know, well, rounds, I guess. So we actually did achieve this feat. In fact, we achieved that even just right with this alone right there. So let's go ahead and achieve this. We got 3 coins for that. So give us a little bit more of our money. Gets us our money back after having lost it from the pilferer, Miss Frigette. All right, and then these ones are already completed, so we already know about that. We have our completed battle goals. Now it's time to decide who gets the boss gear. You go ahead and take a look at whoever completed the most battle goals. And the tiebreaker, let me double check here, just to be sure. Yep. At the end of each fight phase, the townsfolk who accomplished the most feats during the round without getting knocked out earns the precious piece of ruffian gear. So he accomplished 3. He's going to go ahead and get it just like we had thought. So we got growth pamphlet. We have an no, that's Tartar Fish Boy. That's Tartar Fish Boy. Oh, did I shuffle these? Oh no. Gosh, I think I shuffled these. Oh no, they didn't look like they shuffled them. Oh, there they are. One just went on top for some reason. Okay, so here we go. We got 3 pieces of gear for this boss. So, oh, let's flip that. We'll flip this. We'll flip these. 1, 2, 3. So we have a personal assistant haywire cube or something else there. What do we got? Personal assistant special gear. Once per round, if you would roll, you may use a value of 9 plus modifiers instead. So you basically just get to assign one of your rolls to a 9 plus mods. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so he's going to get that. Probably not going to use that for an attack. Maybe a terrain interaction or, I don't know. Maybe we could even use it for a town event because it's once per round. So these are definitely things. I also forgot as well, the flashy buckle. Whenever you take damage during the fight, you gain +1 accuracy. So for having taken the 2 damage from the cube, we really should have been at 3 accuracy by the end. But it didn't really make a huge difference by the end, did it? All right. Personal assistant. Very cool. All right, well, we have our gear here, and I think that's going to cut it for this episode. So, it's going to be really tough to get another one of these out before the Kickstarter starts, but I do, I will try and pursue one before the Kickstarter ends. Overall, really having a blast with this. Love the new gear stuff. The effects are really well thought out this time. Not that they weren't before, but I really like the different types of utility for the different pieces of gear so far. This is a really neat boss idea as well. Just, yeah, the belief tokens and stuff, really cool. Have high hopes for the rest of the battles in this expansion. There are 3 more remaining, and we will get to those on subsequent episodes. But until then, and definitely prior to the upcoming Kickstarter, do remember the Kickstarter starts on the 14th. So make sure to go check it out if you have any interest. I know that aftermarket copies of this game, the core box, have been pretty popular, and they've also been pretty hard to acquire for under $200, you know. So you might get the best deal of this game coming up, so definitely give it your consideration, and we will see you all on the next episode. Thanks so much.